Like we've been saying, it's only a matter of time before the Eagles add a running back. Dallas still stinks. Yo, Mike the Way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. You know, for the last few weeks on this channel, we have been talking about what would be the next position the Eagles would fill. And I gotta tell you, I think Howie Roseman, Howie Vision, we're all just living in it. The little guy, I think he's listening to the channel because it seems like everything we talk about is what he does. I mean, it's just crazy, right? But we have been saying on this channel over and over again, the Eagles' most likely next position they fill would be a running back. They need to add more running backs. They only are carrying 5 on the roster. Well, it looks like that's what they're going to do. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content, and sometimes we'll talk about crazy stuff like the states with the worst drivers at the end of this video. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you've been subscribed for a while, just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you still subscribe because it's about to get crazy, okay? Training camp is almost here, and it looks like Howie Vision, the little guy, is making moves. And today, we are getting conflicting reports. I gotta say, these are conflicting reports right now, but I think it's the thought that counts, and we'll talk about it. But Chris Thomason said this: the Pound Vikings, no, not hashtag Pound Vikings, who have one roster spot open, looked into bringing in running back JaQuan Hardy for a workout. But a source said he is going to sign with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hardy had 4 carries for 29 yards as a Dallas Cowboy rookie last season before being waived earlier this month. There was another report confirming Chris Thomason, or based off of his report, saying this: Hardy was let go by the Cowboys in mid-July because they're stupid and drew interest from the Vikings in free agency, but he'll ultimately join the Eagles for training camp. The 24-year-old appeared in 3 games for Dallas last year and logged 4 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown. Unfortunately, that touchdown was against us. All right, I have to say that, but it was, unfortunately, okay? So it sounds like there's a real possibility the Eagles signed him. Now, the reason I'm saying possibility is because we've also got this report out. Aaron Wilson says the Philadelphia Eagles are working out running back JaQuan Hardy on Monday, according to a league source. So he's saying they're working out JaQuan Hardy, and we're also hearing that the Eagles are signing JaQuan Hardy. So either way, it looks like the one thing we can take out of this is that the Eagles are looking to add a running back, okay? Now, the thing with JaQuan Hardy, he's 24 years old, I believe, and he had 4 attempts, 29 yards, 1 touchdown. Like I said, unfortunately, it was against the Eagles. That kind of sucks. No question about it. But the guy is 5'10", 225 pounds. This is what excites me about him. He's 5'10", 225 pounds. That means that JaQuan Hardy coming into the Eagles roster is automatically the biggest running back the Eagles have. And we've said this. I said this before. The Eagles need a big, physical, complimentary back to Miles Sanders, Professor Kenneth Gainwell, and Boston Scott. Well, guess what? It looks like they got him, okay? And this is a team too that is only carrying 5 running backs. And I talked about this yesterday when we were talking about Devontae Booker. They're only carrying 5 running backs right now. Most teams carry 7 to 8, from what I was reading. So they could not just add JaQuan Hardy to this team. They could still add another running back. Okay? A matter of fact, I expect them to. At the very least, I think Jordan Howard comes back on this team. And it makes sense. But JaQuan Hardy is pretty big running back, okay? He's got some skills. When you talk about, Him in college, he played at Tiffin, Division II, and they said that he was one of the best players in Tiffin program history. Look, I haven't watched a whole lot on the guy. I watched a little bit before this video. He definitely has the parameters I'm looking for. He's big, physical. He's got some speed. He's got some physicality to him. He can be a red zone threat. He could be a short yardage back. He's a complementary piece to Miles Sanders and Professor Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott. And I think it's pretty smart for him. I got to say this. I think it's smart for JaQuan Hardy to sign with the Philadelphia Eagles. It makes sense. I mean, if you're him and you want to stick on to a roster, I think the Eagles provide him a great opportunity because there's no other backs on the roster really besides Kennedy Brooks who is as physical or big as him. Okay, and even Brooks isn't as big as him. But I think that gives him, because he's different than the other running backs, I think that gives him a great opportunity to make this team. So it's smart for him to skip going to the Vikings because we don't like the Vikings anyways, and come to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the only problem with JaQuan Hardy is that he used to play for Dallas. He wore that satanic star. That evil, satanic piece of garbage helmet was on him. So we have to basically make sure he baths in holy water, make him sleep with garlic around his neck for like at least a week. We've got to cleanse him of the Dallas Cowboys satanic demons, okay? All the chicken sacrifices that go on in Dallas, there's chicken shortages because they're always sacrificing chickens for their team that never wins because you can't beat God. All right? So we got to fix that, and we will. Now, in all seriousness, I look at him and Kennedy Brooks as a battle to fill that Jordan Howard role. It is quite possible both of them don't make the team. I think Kennedy Brooks got a good shot. I'm rooting for him. But I still think the Eagles need another back. This is a good move. It brings another back. Because, look, like I said, you only had 5. You had Miles, Boston Scott, Professor Kenneth Gainwell, Huntley, and then you had Kennedy Brooks. So you needed another running back. You still may need another one. And there's a good chance that they'll bring one in. I still think Howard could be the possibility. If you really want to make a splash, maybe you go and get a Kareem Hunt. Maybe. Let's say Kareem Hunt is available at the trade deadline. That's the kind of move you make at the trade deadline. A Kareem Hunt, a Damian Harris. If Damian Harris is really on the trade block, it's very hard for me to believe that he is. But if for some reason he is, yeah, I mean, those guys could be a trade deadline piece like Jay Ajayi was in 2017. But, I mean, I still think you need another running back. What I like about this, whether he signed or he's coming for a workout, the Eagles are doing the right thing. Howie is doing the right thing. He's been on the ball all season, okay? And I'm not ready to apologize and put the tie on and get up there and say I'm sorry to the little guy. He's got to go have another good draft. But I mean, all the things that we've talked about, all the holes, that he's filled, he seems like he's on it. Now, when we talk about it, it seems like it doesn't take too long to happen. And you got to give him credit because he's doing the right thing. They need another running back. I still think they need another tight end. I still think you need a backup tight end. And I still think you need another safety. So there's still moves to be made. Are they going to make a giant splash move? I don't know. I'm not expecting it. But bringing in a running back, whether he's going to work out or sign, tells me that the Eagles are looking to upgrade the position, not just with any running back, but a complementary piece, a player that can fill that Jordan Howard role. And I like that. I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Peace. Oh, wait. It is Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. I have driven all over the country, okay? I have been in a lot of states. And I can tell you which states have the worst drivers. I can tell you all of them. I can tell you all their flaws, okay? But the one that gets on my nerves the most, California drivers. California drivers drive me nuts. Nuts. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because they are oblivious to the rest of the world around them. They be driving, they have their mask on, their shield on, and they just decide to stop in the middle of the road for no reason, not knowing there's anybody behind them, in front of them, the side. They don't care. They don't even know. Okay? You go through a drive-thru, you're waiting to get your food, you go to your drive-thru, they get their food in front of you, they pull up like 10 inches and stop, park, and start checking their food. But they didn't pull off enough so that they could, give you enough room to get in and get your own food. You have to wait 2 minutes for them to check their food. Totally oblivious that there's anybody behind them. Today, I go to a gas station, right? I pull into the gas station, go to the only lane that I could go that has one gas station open, right? Really had two, but I thought one. So I pull up and I realize I am not close enough to the gas hose to get gas. And the reason I'm not is because there's this guy that decided to park not next to the other gas pump in front of me. He parked in the middle between the two. And he did it not to get gas, but he did it to go in and get him a soda. Fat ass! Sodas are bad for you. You shouldn't drink sodas. Stop drinking sodas, fat ass. You know what I mean? No drinking sodas. Unbelievable. And then, I have to wait 7 minutes to move up 7 feet to pump gas. The guy comes out drinking his soda, shouldn't drink it. And he thinks he did nothing wrong, gets in and drives away. 7 minutes to move 7 feet so I could pump gas. Why? Because they're totally oblivious to the rest of the world. Denzel Washington out.